Now at Domino's, we're more than just hand-tossed pizza for $7.99. We're $7.99 gluten-free crust, $7.99 handmade pan crust, $7.99 Brooklyn-style crust, and $7.99 crunchy thin crust, too. Carry out 3-topping pizzas on any of Domino's 5 crusts for just $7.99 each.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Welcome to U.S. Baseball Park, where it is baseball night in the Ozarks, the final game of the 2022 Grip and Rip Baseball League regular season. It's the Springfield Metropolitans, the bad boys of baseball, taking on the very newly minted GRBL South Division champions, the Nixa Suckers. Yes, that is right. By virtue of a couple of games that played out earlier today, the Nixa Suckers have clinched first place in the GRBL South. That means they will have a first-round bye in the 2022 Howard Bell Trophy Championship playoffs. More on the playoff picture in a moment, but first, let's meet the starters. First, for the Springfield Metropolitans, they're in the black jerseys with white pants and black caps. Tonight, they are the visitors on the board. They lead off with the center fielder, Jared Brashler. Then it is the left fielder, the Mets' leader in hitting. That is number 7, Harrison Waters. Batting at third is the right fielder. Had a big game last week, as did most of the Mets, in a 21-1 victory over Ozark. From Bolivar, Missouri, Zach Young. Batting at fourth, the catcher, 50 years young, former New York Yankees farmhand Steve Aldrich. Batting fifth is the Mets' player manager. He's the extra hitter tonight. From Springdale, Arkansas, Brock Chaffin. Batting sixth is the third baseman from Branson, Missouri, Justin Parker. Batting seventh is the first baseman from Caracas, Venezuela, David Rodriguez. Batting eighth is the second baseman from Lewisburg, Missouri, number 12, Calvin Dreyer. Batting ninth is the stand-up comedian from Springfield, Missouri. He's number 27, Harrison Broadstreet. Street will play shortstop tonight. And batting in the 10th spot is number 10, the designated hitter, Chase Tolleson. Starting pitcher tonight for the Springfield Metropolitans is the GRBL's all-time leader in strikeouts from Columbia, Illinois, Andy Galley. For the Nixa Suckers, they will lead off with the right fielder, Hayden Gibson. Batting second is the center fielder, that's R.J. Neese. Batting third is the pitcher, he wears number 13, Josh Engler. Batting fourth is the catcher, that's Courtney Spitz. Batting in the fifth spot is the third baseman from San Jose, California, Matt DiLeonardo. Batting sixth is the left fielder from Miller, Missouri. He's number 2, Scott Wilson. Batting in the seventh spot is number 7, the extra hitter from Clever, Missouri, Chandler Maples. A shortstop from Buffalo, Missouri, wears number 4 and bats eighth, Dalton Winkler. Batting in the 9th spot is the first baseman, number 15, Josh Wentler. And batting 10th is the second baseman from Ozark, Missouri, number 11, Matt Graves. Suckers, the home team on the scoreboard coming into the night. 4 wins against 2 defeats. They have allowed 35 runs and scored 44. And in the GRBL South, they are a game up on the Branson Showmen and the Ozark Mountain Ducks, 2 teams that each took losses earlier today at the hands of the Moon City Mavericks and then the Republic Locos. So the Nixa Suckers, without so much as seeing a single pitch tonight, are the GRBL South Division champions. In terms of the life of their season, however, this is a big night for the Nixa Suckers. They started off 4-0, and then they lost a couple of games. So entering this one against the Mets on a skid are the Nixa Suckers, and in terms of getting ready to try to make a run at the Howard Bell Trophy, one would think it would certainly help them to grab a little bit of momentum, grab a win, and just get that lovin' feelin', so to speak, back in the dugout. They will send Josh Engler out to start this game, he has been an absolute workhorse for the Nixa Suckers. This his 3rd year. He was the GRBL Most Valuable Player in 2021. That was with the Locos. This is actually his 2nd stint with Nixa. He broke in with the Suckers in 2020 as a rookie. In 2022, he has pitched 29 innings, allowed just 6 earned runs on 27 hits, 44 strikeouts for Josh Engler against 7 walks, 4 hit batsmen, a 1.86 ERA. And Josh became just the 3rd pitcher in the history of this league to strike out 100 batters. We have had 3 pitchers this year log the 100th Ks of their careers. We could see Clay Murphy, by the way, accomplish that feat a little bit later on for the Springfield Metropolitans. He is not in the starting lineup tonight. He and his wife Lindsay just welcomed baby Thomas Murphy into the world. I'm not sure as to whether or not Murph is going to be available tonight or not. And matter of fact, I can answer that for you. The answer is not. He is not listed on the reserves. So, big opportunity for the Suckers as Springfield Mets are without their ace tonight, but an definite understandable absence with the arrival of a new baby boy. That's their 2nd. So, most of all, we congratulate Clark Murphy on welcoming baby brother Thomas into the world. First pitch from Josh Engler to Jared Brashler away at 6:10. It is fouled off for strike 1. Next offering, man, Engler looks to be throwing hard here in the early going. That missed outside. Might be a little jazzed up as he bounces one. That's outside. So the count now 2-1. Shadow creeping over the field. Here's a swing and a chopper. 2 hops to Winkler. The shortstop had to hurry, did not hurry fast enough as the speedy Jared Brashler reaches to start things off for the Springfield Metropolitans. Official score went E6. I think that might be reviewable. Brashler came into the game with 45 base hits for his career. That may be worth going back and reassessing the hit or error on that. 2, or check that, 0-0 to Waters. Now make that 1-0. To Waters. Engler pumped him a fastball that time for a strike. Suckers, I do believe, at full strength tonight. Runner Brashler takes off. Waters swung and missed. And then the throw goes into center field. That's going to allow Brashler to take off for 3rd. Nice effort by R.J. Neese to make the throw from center field, but Brashler takes advantage of the mistake, and so he is at 3rd base, just 90 feet away with nobody out. And the high-pressure offense continues for the Springfield Mets, who put up 21 runs a week ago. It was the highest scoring and most lopsided loss, or most lopsided game rather, played in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. Mets beat the Mountain Ducks. Waters goes down on strikes. First strikeout of the night for Josh Engler, his 45th of 2022. He's got a little work yet to do before he catches the likes of Andy Galley and Skylar Henson, the league's all-time leaders in strikeouts. But trying to make up for it one inning at a time is Josh Engler, continuing to strike out batters at a maniacal pace. The 0-1 to Zach Young makes it 0-2. That was just back-to-back sliders there. Zach Young has gained ground as the year has gone on, but made to look silly there. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and an out. Josh Engler gets Zach Young. That brings up Steve Aldridge, Marshfield, Missouri. He's an electric cooperative executive. He is 8 for 27 on the season. He was 14 for 34 as a quote-unquote rookie with Republic a season ago. So 22 hits in the career of Steve Aldridge in just 2 grip and rip seasons. Steve reached High A baseball, the South Atlantic League, with the Greensboro, South Carolina Bats. Greensboro is now the Greensboro Grasshoppers. They've changed affiliations. But at the time, Steve Aldridge played in Greensboro. They were a New York Yankees farm club. They're now a Pirates affiliate, I do believe. 1-2 here to Aldridge. Checked it. 2-2. Swing and a grounder as gets over Engler's head to the second baseman Graves. He scooped it, got the throw to the first baseman, but not in time, and a run scores. Brashler crosses home plate to make it 1-0. And the Metropolitans out in front. Batter is Brock Chaffin with 2 outs. Chaffin from Stoutland, Missouri. Actually went to Lebanon High School for his first 2 years and finished out at Stoutland. Then was a junior college All-American at Longview. It's in Kansas City, Missouri. Hit .473 with the Longview Lakers as a freshman, or as a sophomore rather. 15 dingers included in that, with 88 runs batted in. Looked at a strike from Josh Engler to even the count, 1-1. Breaking pitch missed in. Engler tried to run the slider in on the hands of the lefty. That came off low. It's 2-1. Oof, big swing and a miss there. It's 2-2 after the fan. Chaffin 4 for 11 coming into tonight's game. Jam shot there, swung on and fouled back. Kind of used himself sparingly. You know, he is the Mets player manager. Trying to give the rest of his crew some opportunity. Swings and fouls one, straight down. So count remains 2-2, 6th pitch of the sequence coming up here. Brock Chaffin, very dedicated to this league, lives in Springdale, Arkansas, drives at least 2 hours one way to be here to play each Sunday. Down on strikes he goes. Josh Engler now has 3 strikeouts on the night, but the Mets do strike, taking advantage of a couple of errors. 1-0, they lead the Nixa Suckers in a game that's going to determine some pretty serious playoff implications. Back with more right after this on Baseball Night in the Ozarks.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
When times are tough, you turn to the people you trust. For more than 100 years, Central Bank has weathered many a storm, and through it all, shown what it means to be a true community bank. Our people are working right now to keep your money moving, to keep your businesses strong, to keep our community strong. Central Bank has been named a Forbes magazine top 100 bank for 12 years in a row. When we say strong roots, we mean it. Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
And the right-hander from Columbia, Illinois, Andy Galley, has the baseball for the Springfield Metropolitans. It's his 7th year in the Grip and Rip Baseball League, and I would argue this has perhaps been Andy's best. 23 innings. As Hayden Gibson lifts one into left. Well, more on that in a moment. Hayden Gibson's thinking extra bases here off of Andy Galley, turns at second and is gunning for third. He will get there. A stand-up triple for the speedy Hayden Gibson from the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot. Well, I was about to brag on how well Andy has thrown here in 2022. 23 innings, just 7 earned runs on 22 hits. Make that 23 now. 29 strikeouts to just 2 walks and 1 hit batsman, a 2.74 ERA. Galley finished out his college career at Indiana State, led the Sycamores in strikeouts in 2005 with 70 for the season, had a 3.81 ERA there as a senior in 7 starts. Played a year of professional baseball in the Frontier League with the Gateway Grizzlies. It's independent minor pro. And has since played a fair bit of amateur baseball, both 7 years here in the Grip and Rip and then some pretty significant time back around his hometown in the Montclair League. That's suburban St. Louis on the Illinois side. Pretty storied amateur league there, the Montclair. And he played for the club in Waterloo, Illinois. And turned pro in the heavy equipment business. R.J. Neese, the batter here for the Suckers. Thought about a swing, should have thought harder. That was strike. So Hayden Gibson, the runner at third, nobody out. It's a 1-2 count to R.J. Neese. Swung and fouled that off. Neese came into the night 5 for 14. 3 singles, a couple of doubles, 3 runs batted in. Galley serves up a chopper to third. Mets go to the plate, and the ball got away from the catcher, Steve Aldridge. And so with that, it's a fielder's choice gone awry, and it is 1-1. 1-1. Gibson comes across. So the Suckers are already the South Division champions. But again, this game, in terms of momentum, certainly important for the Fish, who have lost their last 2 games, so looking to get back on track. And they could conceivably grab the #1 overall seed in the playoffs, which would mean home field advantage. We say that a little bit cheeky, home field in a site-specific league like the Grip and Rip. Maybe not the biggest thing, but when you might need to win a ball game, wouldn't you like to be in position for the walk-off? 2-0 here. Galley facing Josh Engler. Looked at a strike there. 2-1. Fastball, swing and a miss. That evens the count. Josh Engler took an extra base cut there. Guys in the press box a little distracted. Somebody in a parachute flying machine is flying out in the outfield up and over the stadium. That is not a skydiver. That's definitely an aircraft of some sort. Here's a grounder to short and then a throw across, and the runner is safe. Broadstreet and Rodriguez did not get it together in time, and so Engler reaches on an infield single. That is 2 hits this inning for the Suckers. They've tied it up, and now they've got runners on first and second for Courtney Spitz, who has been their most potent hitter. 11 for 20 on the campaign is Spitz. Let that one run inside. He's got an inside the park home run, 2 triples, 2 doubles. 6 singles and 9 runs batted in. Took a huge cut there. One and one. Spitz drives one into right field. The wave around sign for the lead runner, Nice. He will score, and it is 2-1 for the Nixa Suckers. RBI for Courtney Spitz. His 12th hit of the season is very well timed. An RBI shot out into right field. And here comes the other guy who's been red hot for the Nixa Suckers with runners on first and third, still nobody out. So a dynamite start here for the Fish. Matthew DeLeonardo from San Jose, California. 11 for 17 is he. Checked it. That was strike one. DeLeonardo, 7 runs batted in his own right. 10 of his 11 hits are singles, but he's been hitting. Courtney Spitz takes off. It's a hit and run attempt. Galley off the mound to get that slow roller from DeLeonardo. And first base was his move, so it's a 1-3 ground out. But still plenty of opportunity here for the Suckers to pad the lead. Scott Wilson walks to the plate. Runners are on first and second. Just 1 out. Wilson with first base unoccupied. It's 5 for 9 coming into the game. Skies one up into shallow right center. Jared Brashler, the center fielder, is over. The runners tag up and go, and it is 3-1. A sacrifice fly. It will be scored for Scott Wilson. So 3-1. Suckers out in front. And you know who's loving this? The Republic Locos. You know, looking at playoff implications. The Locos improved to 5-2. A Metropolitans loss would give the Locos first place in the GRBL North and a bye in the playoffs. Galley threw a breaker, swung on, fought off by Chandler Maples. Trying to look back, yeah, week 2, the Nixa Suckers did defeat the Republic Locos 5-4, so Nixa would maintain its criteria over the Locos. It is early days yet, and a lot can happen. We saw a 5-0 lead evaporate for the Ozark Mountain Ducks earlier today. They ended up losing 10-5 to that aforementioned Republic club. Here's Chandler Maples down in the hole to the shortstop, but that's going to be an infield single for Chandler Bats. Really no shot for Broadstreet to come up and make a play there. And so it continues. And another run comes across. By the way, it is 4-1, an RBI for Maples. So he stands at first base for Dalton Winkler. 2 outs, swing and a miss there. Breaking ball ran in. So So Maples with that hit, by the way, improved to 4 for 12, so hitting .333. Winkler sprays one right side. It's going to be picked up by the second baseman, Dreyer, for the Mets. And two guys who both went to Buffalo High School on the play there. Calvin Dreyer getting the assist and getting Winkler out. So the Metropolitans get out of the inning, but not before the Nixa Suckers hang 4 runs on the board. They lead the Mets 4-1. We'll play the second inning right after this. It is baseball night in the Ozarks in the Grip and Rip Baseball League.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it.
Now at Domino's, we're more than just hand-tossed pizza for $7.99. We're $7.99 gluten-free crust, $7.99 handmade pan crust, $7.99 Brooklyn-style crust, and $7.99 crunchy thin crust, too. Carry out 3-topping pizzas on any of Domino's 5 crusts for just $7.99 each.
Josh Engler back to work for the Nixa Suckers. He will likely draw the assignment of throwing 5 innings tonight. He has pitched the maximum allotted 5 innings for the Suckers, pretty much from about week 2 onward this season. Originally from Mount Vernon, Missouri, now lives in Aurora with his wife Ashlyn and their daughter Ivy. Started out his college career at Evangel University rather than finished out at Missouri Southern. NCAA Division II school in Joplin, Missouri. Markets and sells fuel wholesale. Justin Parker just fueled a base hit out into right center field. That is all the way out to the wall where R.J. Neese comes up with it for Nixa, but that is a double for Justin Parker. And so he is on. So David Rodriguez with a good opportunity here. Team trailing by 3 runs, but a man in scoring position. Trying to look real quick at Justin Parker. That was the 41st hit of his GRBL career. Now check that. That's not right. That was the 48th hit of his GRBL career. So closing in on 50 is JP. 0-2 to Rodriguez. Slider. Swing and a miss. That is not the 0-2. That was a 1-1. My mistake there. Now it is 1-2. See if Engler goes back at him with the slider. Yes, he did, but Rodriguez a little wiser. Grounds it right side. Second baseman Graves up with it. And the throw to Wentler in time. So that is the first out. But Parker moves up to third base. That's where he is standing for Calvin Dreyer. Springfield second baseman. 5 for 19 for the campaign as Calvin. From Lewisburg, Missouri. He's from Dallas County, went to Buffalo High School. That's about the one place one can go to high school in Dallas County, Missouri. Home of the Buffalo Bison. Down 0-1 here. Calvin still pretty active in the Buffalo community, helps organize alumni games. 1-1. Nothing doing there. Dreyer, pretty good set of eyeballs. Good plate vision, as they say. Here's the 2-1. chased that one upstairs, fouled that straight back off the top of the press box with a little bit of authority. Thank goodness for the bulletproof glass. The 1-2. Swung on, grounded, that's fair. Down the left field line, could be extra bases for Dreyer. A run will score for the Mets. That cuts it to 4-2. Suckers got to get that ball in. It's going to be a triple for Calvin Dreyer and an RBI. So now it is a 2-run ball game, and the tying run goes to the plate. Harrison Broadstreet bats for the Springfield Metropolitans. He represents the game-tying run. Fastball for ball one. Slider outside. 2-0. Swing and a miss there. Engler went back over the middle with the heat. 2-1. To the stand-up comic, Harrison Broadstreet. Sponsored by Blue Room Comedy Club, where he features, MCs, hosts, does all manner of stuff pretty often. Does a lot of work behind the scenes as well. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Engler rings up Harrison Broadstreet. That is Josh's fourth one of those on the night, his 48th for 2022. Still a lot of uphill work to do if he wants to touch his own record, which is 69. The former record was 43, which Josh absolutely smashed a season ago. So nonetheless, in terms of just all-time strikeout seasons, with that K, Josh Engler now has two of the best single-season pitching performances here in the GRBL. He's ahead 0-2 here on Chase Tolleson. And down on strikes goes Chase, looking. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings for Josh Engler, but the Mets do scratch a run across. 4-2 is the score. Nixa Suckers have the lead. Back with more right after this.
What gets me out of bed every morning is the possibility of helping people. I want to give people back their peace of mind. I want to know they have a fighter in their corner when they've been a victim of someone else's negligence to help put their lives back together. I want them to know it's going to be okay. Our creed at Tolbert Beetle is tell them you mean business. We want our clients to know that when they hire our law firm, the insurance companies are going to take them seriously. They're going to take their case serious. We leave no stone unturned in preparing their case. We are on the cutting edge of trial technology. We have 2 decades of trial experience in representing injured clients. We become a part of our clients' struggle and take on that burden. We get our clients the justice they deserve. That's the rewarding part. Look on their face, their appreciation.
They know that our team has gone to battle for them, and we have come out victorious. That is the most rewarding part.
We have carried their burden. We have walked in their steps. We have fought their fight.
The police canine handler, steps into the batter's box for the Nixa Suckers. They lead 4-2 in the bottom of the second inning. He looked at a strike from Mets starting pitcher Andy Galley. Count is now 1-1. Make that 1-2. Galley fooled him with a slider there. Breaking pitch in. Springfield Metropolitans trying to win the GRBL North Division title. Nixa Suckers have won the GRBL South, but they are playing for some momentum and some seeding in the Howardville Trophy playoffs. Galley went to the fastball on a 3-2 payoff. That is a strikeout of Josh Wentler. To get us going here in the bottom of the second, here's Matt Graves for the Suckers. He's a guy with about 3 different jobs. Does construction, drives a truck, coaches a lot of fast pitch softball for his daughter. Also big in turkey hunting, and he is a licensed dealer, I understand, for a couple of companies that make the gear and apparel you need to go out and get a nice big Thanksgiving bird. Busy fella, Matt Graves, but he's carved out a little bit of time to play ball this fall. Fouled that one straight back. Did the 38-year-old rookie from Ozark, Missouri. Oh-2 after that foul ball. Galley kicks and deals a breaker. Graves ducked. It's 1-2. Galley came back with the heat. That's upstairs. Andy wanted the strikeout. A little bit high and above the lettering on that uniform for Matt Graves. It's 2-2. Took something off of that. Graves lines it down the left field line. That will get foul. So we will set up and do it again. 6th pitch of the plate appearance coming up here. Galley winds and deals. Fastball got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Andy Galley, bowing his neck here in the second. Second strikeout of the day for Andy. Here's Hayden Gibson. He's in the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot for the Suckers tonight. So one trip through the order is done. This one has popped into dead center field. That is where Jared Brashler makes the catch and the out. So 3 up and 3 down for Andy Galley. Score will come to bat in the third, and that is right after this.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank. We do business better.
Galley has 162 strikeouts in his Grip and Rip Baseball League career. He is the league's all-time leader in that category. Josh Engler, as he walks out to pitch to Jared Brashler here at the top of the Metropolitans order. Presently, going to make sure my math is correct once again, has 146 strikeouts and counting. So 16 back of Andy Galley is Josh Engler. Like I said, a little ways to go. He's not going to catch him tonight. Could pull a little closer if he keeps throwing sliders on the inner half to freeze right-handers like that, ahead 1-2. Brashler chased that time, make it 147 and counting for Josh Engler, 6 tonight. Other guy in the equation is the Marionville Comet, Skylar Hinson, for the Branson Showmen. Entered the season with 141. He is now at 159, so second all-time. Grounder off the bat of Harrison Waters, got kicked ever so slightly, but Matt Graves, the Suckers' second baseman, made the recovery, the throw, and the out. 2 outs now. That'll bring up Zach Young. So it's Galley at 162, Hinson at 159, and Engler now at 147. Swing and a miss to Young. Pretty impressive what all three of those gentlemen have done, to put it mildly. 1-1. Engler overthrew that. It's 2-1. So Zach Young from Bolivar, Missouri. Looked at a slider for a strike on the outer half. 7 for 18 coming into tonight. 7 for 19 now. Struck out in the first inning. And strikes out in the third. Down he goes. Number 148 in the life and times of Joshua Engler. 51 on the season. Absolutely dealing. 4-2 is the score. Nixa Suckers out in front. They will bat in the bottom of the third right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
The Nixa Suckers lead the Springfield Metropolitans 4-2 on baseball night in the Ozarks. We're in the bottom of the third inning. This is R.J. Neese standing in for the Fish. Swings and fouls one back from Mets pitcher Andy Galley. Back out to work for the third. Neese reached on a fielder's choice last time. Originally from High Ridge, Missouri, attended St. Mary's High School. Came up as a catcher and a pitcher. He's kind of found himself reinvented. He's taken some gap years. Last played in the Grip and Rip in 2019. Back out here in 2022 and has done a bang-up job as the center fielder for the Nixa Suckers. There's a base hit. That's Neese's 6th hit in 7 games. Made that look pretty easy. Single into center field, and he's on for Josh Engler. Josh had an infield single first time, so he is now 5 for 14. Keeping it 300 and higher. Had 12 hits a season ago. Swung and missed there. It's Trying to get his money's worth with every swing, it feels like. Galley came home with the heat. That's a strike on the outer half. 0-2. Runner goes. Engler swung and missed. He goes down on strikes. And so fittingly, the 163rd strikeout of Andy Galley's career is Josh Engler. Third for him on the night. But it is a stolen base for R.J. Nice. So he's in scoring position for Courtney Spitz, who has already batted in 1 run tonight. That made it 2-1 back in the first. So Spitz 1 for 1 on the evening. Swings and hits this one off. So 12 of 21 on the season is Spitzy. A .571 batting average. Even with 1 out, it's a good opportunity to move the runner. Lifts this one in the air into shallow center. It's tailing. That's going to drop. Base hit. 13th hit on the season for Courtney Spitz. And yeah, first base was open, so he was able to go take a look at second base. That was a little bit of a strongman pose there, standing on first. Spitz goes 2 for 2 on the night, and he moves a man to third for Matt DiLeonardo, the Ninja Turtle. San Jose, California, where he went to Pioneer High School, one of 6 high schools in the San Jose Public District. Finished out his college career at at Sonoma State University. Did JUCO ball at Gavilan College, part of the California Community College Athletic Association. Swinging a grounder left side. Harrison Broadstreet, the shortstop, with it. They get 1. They turn 2. It's a 6-4-3 double play by the Springfield Mets, and that keeps a run off the board. It is still 4-2. Nixa Suckers out in front. We will go to the 4th right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, brought to you live and free on YouTube. And now, if you're a Twitch user, you can watch Grip and Rip Baseball streaming on Twitch.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Redline Athletics is the Ozarks' #1 youth sports performance training center. Redline uses the latest in technology, equipment, and techniques to help kids ages 8 to 18 prepare for competition in all sports, with our #1 goal to make them a better athlete first. Redline Athletics now offers team training. Bring your full squad in for workouts with our professional staff and boost their speed, strength, agility, and skills. Train like a pro at Redline Athletics, located in Southeast Springfield, just off James River Freeway in South Glenstone.
Back with you live. It is baseball night in the Ozarks here in beautiful Ozark, Missouri. As my good friend Steve Lale put it earlier, a Chamber of Commerce kind of day. And of course it was. It was Ozark Craft Fair weekend. So of course we only scared up some of the finest weather we could. 72 degrees out there. Wind has pretty well died down. Very manageable, just trending at about 4 miles per hour out of the east-northeast. Check of the weather powered by A&L Electric. Steve Aldridge swings and grounds one up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. So Aldridge singles out into center field. And he continues to absolutely tear it up against GRBL pitching. This is his second year. Mets will send on a runner for him. That's Justin Loudon coming on to run for the catcher. So Steve Aldridge now 9 hits here in 2022 in 7 games. Brock Chaffin steps in here. He represents the tying run. Grounder, left side. The shortstop Winkler gets one. Graves fires the jump shot. Got it to first base, but not in time. A valiant effort by Matt Graves from the Suckers. But big deal there for Dalton Winkler, the shortstop, to keep a man out of scoring position for the first out. So goes in the book as a 6'4" fielder's choice, but it was a little more fun than that. Here's Justin Parker, who doubled. Chaffin takes off. He's going to steal second base. Tag was applied, but the ball got out of the shortstop's mitt. So Chaffin is safe. And that is a big man stealing a big base there. Into scoring position goes Chaffin with the Mets trailing 4-2. Parker now 11 for 26. 48 hits in his GRBL career. Swing and a foul ball. Thought for one exciting half second that was going to be number 49 instead. JP's down 1-1. So when he's not getting base hits, Justin Parker works selling cars at McCoy Auto Group down in Branson, Missouri. Swing and a miss there. Played at Branson High School, where he played for the GRBL's Director of Operations, Steve Lale, when Steve was coaching there. Steve might have been JP's driver's ed teacher. Down on strikes he goes. That'll bring up David Rodriguez. David is de Caracas, Venezuela. El caballero venezolano, David Rodriguez. Ahora, para los Metropolitanos, el lanzador para los Suckers, Josh Engler. Una bola, 0 strikes. La recta. Foul ball. Una bola, un strike. La anotación es Nixa 4. Metropolitanos 2. Una bola, 2 strikes para David Rodriguez. El caballero venezolano. Bola. La cuenta, 2 bolas, 2 strikes. Una deslizadora. Base hit. David Rodriguez into right field. And a run will score. 4-3. 4-3. David Rodriguez drives in a run for Los Mets. And that cuts the deficit. Big RBI there for David out into right field. Waited patiently for the slider and pounded it out into right. So So Rodriguez is on for Calvin Dreyer, who looked at a ball. Still 2 outs. Another slider as Dreyer fouls one off. That got around the net into the first row of seats there. Not quite sure how that happened. Ball and a strike to Calvin Dreyer. Swings, this is grounded up the middle. Oh, got off the glove of Josh Engler. DeLeonardo up with it anyway. And the Ninja Turtle just cowabunga'd a big out for the Nixa Suckers. They maintain the lead, 4-3. It's the old 1-5-3 single out play there. 4-3, Suckers in front. They will come to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Right after this, it is the Grip and Rip Baseball League.
Yeah, Grandma. Getting a word in edgewise with Grandma isn't always easy.
Oh, yeah, your check.
Depositing her birthday check from your phone, on the other hand,
Of course I deposited the check.
surprisingly easy.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's in there. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mobile check deposit with the Great Southern mobile app. Easy. Download the app today.
Do you want to do more? Are you feeling called to help? Some will just hang on. Others will raise their hand to truly help. Phoenix Home Care is looking for raised hands. Phoenix Home Care and Hospice needs help. Phoenix Home Care is hiring immediately for caregivers who want to help people live life with dignity in their own homes. Take this time of crisis to seize an opportunity. Go to phoenixhomehc.com and click on the Careers tab. Be different. Make a difference. Choose Phoenix.
Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. I choose Phoenix.
4-3 is the narrow advantage for the Nixa Suckers. Coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Scott Wilson, Chandler Maples, Dalton Winkler for the Fish. Mets have been scoring runs consistently. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. Got shut out in the 3rd. And then a run in the top of the 4th. They have gnawed their way back after the Suckers put up 4 runs back in the bottom of the 1st inning. Scott Wilson swings, fouls that one off. Andy Galley staying out for the 4th, so as we suspected, both starters will go the maximum allotted 5 innings tonight, or at least that's the intent for both clubs. Metropolitans tonight without the services of Clay Murphy, so they will have to piece it together. Likely we'll see Jaron Dishman, Justin Loudon, maybe a player to be named later before the night is done. Scott Wilson goes down on strikes. That's the 4th K of the evening for Andy Galley. Chandler Maples hit an infield single and an RBI in that big 1st inning for the Suckers. He's originally from Clever, Missouri. Swung at a strike on the inner half there. Nice pitch from Galley. Maples, a wildlife biologist. Actually, I believe he was a fall graduate of Missouri State University and played in a grip and rip game on the same day of his college graduation. It meant that much to him. Swing and a miss there. Maples down on strikes. That's back-to-back Ks for Galley. 5 on the night. And that'll bring up Winkler. Oh and 1. back in. Galley delivers. This is chopped to the shortstop. Broadstreet calls for it. Puts up the throw that brought David Rodriguez off the bag. But it was in the right direction for him to make the tag and get the out. 3 up, 3 down. Galley and the Metropolitans still trail the Nixa Suckers 4-3, but the Mets will come to bat in the top of the 5th. That'll be right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, live and free on YouTube.
Now at Domino's, we're more than just hand-tossed pizza for $7.99. We're $7.99 gluten-free crust, $7.99 handmade pan crust, $7.99 Brooklyn-style crust, and $7.99 crunchy thin crust, too. Carry out 3-topping pizzas on any of Domino's 5 crusts for just $7.99 each.
You love your truck, and Placid Tire Service is here to help you make it even better. We've got wheels, leveling kits, and of course, the area's largest selection of light truck tires. With ATs and mud tires up to 35s and bigger, Placid Tire Service has you covered. And we can help you select a great combination that will work with your truck. Take your truck from stock to spectacular with Placid Tire Service. In Springfield on East Sunshine, West Sunshine, and South Campbell, and now open at 1007 Kenneth and Nixa. That's Placid Tire Service.
Two teams chasing division titles and important playoff seeding going at it here. We knew this was going to be a pretty good heavyweight tussle. So far, Andy Galley and Josh Engler have done their part. They're racking up strikeouts, but the offenses for both clubs, the Metropolitans and the Suckers, doing their part to make this very interesting as well. So it's 4-3, Nixa Suckers out in front. Metropolitans have answered back, but still trail. Harrison Broadstreet comes to bat here in the top of the 5th. It will be Broadstreet, Tolleson, and Brashler for the Metropolitans this inning. 1-1. Fastball outside makes it 2-1. Slider swung on, touched back, foul. 2-2. So Harrison Broadstreet went to Hannibal LaGrange College. He's from Springfield, Missouri originally, went to Central High School. 2-2. 2-3, down on strikes goes Harrison Broadstreet. 9 strikeouts on the night for Josh Engler. The single game record here in the Grip and Rip is 13 across 5 innings of work, and who else would hold that? Josh Engler does. Not going to touch that tonight unless there's some dropped third strikes and some assorted antics, but he has had games. This had an 11 strikeout game earlier this season, had a 10 strikeout game earlier this year as well. Loves to collect Ks like it's going out of style. Fastball swung, fouled off by Chase Tolleson, who stays in the hunt. 0-2. Oof. Slider in the dirt bounced in such a way the Suckers catcher Courtney Spitz kind of wrong-wayed the glove at it, but ball was already by. So 1-2. Tolleson fouls another pitch back. Gamely hanging in there, trying to press his luck against Engler. Fouls off another one. 6th pitch of the plate appearance coming up here. Tolleson just staying up there, taking cuts. Engler did not get the outer half. Good vision from Tolleson. 2-2. Another foul ball, another 2-strike foul ball. That is now 4 of those. replenish the baseball supply mid-inning here. Engler has what he wants from Spitz, comes home, slider in, he jammed him. Another two-strike foul extends the plate appearance, and that might have broken Tollison's bat. He's heading off for something. We'll see if he comes out with a fresh stick, or maybe he's gripping up. Yeah, that is a new baseball bat for Chase Tollison. Different color on the grip. Back in he goes. 2-2. Got a good fight here. Swing and a miss. Thought maybe Tollison was going to keep extending, but Josh Engler finally knocked him down. 10 strikeouts in the game for Engler. Third time this season he's got 10 or more Ks in a single game. When you look at that 5-inning limit, that is not just dealing, that's dealing consistently. And of course, as we're bragging on him, he hits Jared Rashler in the front shoulder. That had to have been incidental. That was just a slider that didn't slide. Well, Josh Engler does hit batters. I mean, that is, when you throw as many sliders as he does, it does become part of the game a little bit. Matter of fact, it is the 5th time in 7 games Engler has hit a man. This is Harrison Waters. Ball briefly got away from Spitz, but he corrals it, keeping the speedy Brashler at bay at first. Waters 0 for 2 on the night, but has been doing pretty good business over the last couple of weeks for the Mets. Started off the season 4 for 4 and had a little slump, and then has since come back with some multi-hit games. He's now 11 for 23 as Brashler steals on a wild pitch in, or advances rather on a wild pitch in. Don't get to count that as a stolen base. So it's 2-0 to Harrison Waters. Engler ran another one into the lefty. This is maybe where Tollison kind of pushing Engler's limit is creating a positive effect. He's been out on the mound longer than he wants to be in this, his 5th and final inning of work. Zach Young stands in now following the walk. Suckers are going to have to be careful as the go-ahead run is Harrison Waters standing on first. Game-tying run is Brashler in scoring position, so base hit for Zach Young would at least tie the ball game here with 2 outs. Hey guys, you need to put 2 outs on the board. He started off the inning with a strikeout, then he got another strikeout, then he hit a guy and walked a guy. It's 2 outs. It is 2 outs. We need to make that fix. So there we go. We've got it fixed. Little inside baseball for the folks at home there. Always best to slow down and get it right. Pitch to Zach Young, swung on, fouled off. So it's 0-1 to Young. Long day for a lot of folks involved behind the scenes here at U.S. Baseball Park. Fastball misses the outer half. 1-1 to Zach Young. Breaking ball swung on and lifted. This is going to tail foul and get off the playing surface into the seats. Now 1-2. Josh Engler trying to get out of this inning. And hand off to what I would suspect will be Scott Wilson for the Nixa Suckers, but I've been wrong before. 1-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Engler looks back at the runner at second, now comes home, struck him out looking. Josh Engler with 11 strikeouts in 5 innings, and he keeps it 4-3. Suckers in front. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Right after this, it is the Grip and Rip Baseball League.
Now more than ever, every penny in your checking account matters. Free checking without rewards is a thing of your past. Mid-Missouri Bank wants to make sure you're getting the most from your checking account. Cashback rewards with Kasasa is your future, and Midmo Bank is the home of Kasasa in the Ozarks. Speaking of future, Midmo Bank also offers digital wallet for contactless swipes. Visit midmobank.com to make the switch today. They'll make it easy for you. Mid-Missouri Bank is building the community bank of the future in the Ozarks today. Member FDIC.
At Big Whiskies, we believe that great food and drink accompanied by the perfect toast can bring anyone together.
Boys, may the best day of your past be the worst day of your future.
Here's to the friends who know us well but manage to like us anyway.
Here's to my neighbor Janet for breaking down my bathroom door when I had too much soap on my hands to open it from the inside. Oxable woman. Big Whiskies, American restaurant and bar.
Baseball Park. Nixa Suckers out in front, 4-3, their lead on the Springfield Mets, and the Suckers come to bat. It's Josh Wentler, the number 9 hitter, into the box against Andy Galley to start the bottom of the 5th. Galley threw him a strike. So Josh Engler, as a pitcher, ends his 2022 regular season with 152 strikeouts for his career, trailing only Andy Galley and Skylar Hinson all time. Galley out here dealing right now for the Springfield Mets. It's 2-2. Got Wentler to chase, and down on strikes he goes. So 6 on the night for Andy Galley. Gave up 4 back in the first inning. One of those was unearned. But since has settled in. Scattered a couple hits, but that's about it to speak of. Matt Graves in the batter's box, lines one foul sharply. Out of play, right side. Galley missed outside to Graves to make it 1-1. Sinker ball there. Got Graves to go over the top. 1-2. Graves steps out. That will not win him any favors with the speedy working veteran Andy Galley. And now Graves steps out. Oh, goodness. And that will really not make Andy happy. I can read his body from here. I am about 150 feet away from the young man, and I can tell you Not liking that time call. Here comes the 1-2. Gas blew him away, and that's what you get when you poke Andy Galley. You get a seat. Down looking goes Graves. Back to the top of the order. Hayden Gibson in the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot. 1 for 2 on the night with a triple. Gibson sat on the breaking pitch, lifts that into center field, base hit. So Gibson 2 for 3 on the night. Nice piece of hitting there, and he's on for R.J. Neese. So a little 2-out rally perhaps on order for the Nixa Suckers. Galley starts Neese off with a fastball, swung on, fouled off. Neese thought about it and checked. Makes it 1-1. Slider missed out that time, out of the hand of the Mets starter, Andy Galley. 2-1 to Neese. Ooh, comebacker. That hit Galley. The shortstop Broadstreet came up with it, and then he elected to throw down to first. That will get the out on the 6-3. It's a couple times already tonight we've seen a ball hit a pitcher, end up with a fielder, and then said infielder ended up getting the out. That is 4 shutout innings for Andy Galley to finish out an outing that started off rough. He has got 7 strikeouts on the night. So taking a look at Andy's career numbers one more time just to make sure we've got it right. Came into the season with 131. We can add another 29, and then we can add another 7. So yeah, the all-time leader in strikeouts has 167. Skylar Hinson is next with 159 for his career, and then it's Josh Engler third with 152. Relief pitcher on the hill for the Nixa Suckers, it's Matthew DiLeonardo. We'll tell you about him in about 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Hawkins with Key Cornerstone Realty, here to help with all your real estate needs in the St. Louis area. Do you have a house you want to sell for top dollar? We can help. With over 15 years of experience, our negotiating skills and expertise can help buyers and sellers get under contract fast. Contact us at keycornerstonerealty.com or call us at 636-447-8661. And go Locos!
Republic Locos, they are saying go Nixa Suckers right now. The Locos need the Nixa Suckers to win this baseball game. That would allow Republic to win the GRBL North Division. Matthew DiLeonardo has the baseball for the Nixa Suckers, a right-hander originally from San Jose, California, now lives in Springfield, Missouri. Works as a data analyst. Just finished up his college baseball career this spring, and now he's out here playing in the GRBL this fall. Matthew DiLeonardo has pitched to the tune of about a 4.5 ERA in his GRBL career. Given up just 1 earned run. He's looking back at his college career, finished out at Sonoma State. But junior college level in 2019, pitched 37 2/3 innings at Gavilan College in California, where he made 10 starts. Gave up 40 earned runs on 56 hits and struck out 24 batters. He's ahead 0-1 here on Steve Aldridge after a foul ball. Fired a fastball there that is fouled, so it's 0-2. So Steve, 1 for 2 on the night. Reached on an error, singled out to center field. DiLeonardo threw one in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes. Pressure situation here. 4-3. Nixa Suckers out in front. Their starter Josh Engler gave him 5 good ones, and then DiLeonardo rings Aldridge with the changeup. So now it will be up to Nixa's reserves. We'll see what combination they go with out of the pen. Courtney Spitz was pretty coy about what he might do. Looks like the Springfield Metropolitans have Jaron Dishman getting warm out in the left field bullpen, so it'll be Dishman coming on in relief of Galley in the bottom of the 6th. But right now, Brock Chaffin standing in against the rookie Matthew DiLeonardo. It's 1-0. That's a strike on the outer half. Chaffin kept the bat on his shoulder. I have the feeling he's just trying to get a read. It's his first time seeing DiLeonardo. Again, every game today and tonight has been non-divisional here in the Grip and Rip, so it's the first time these teams are seeing each other this season. Chaffin got worked on the inner half there. It's 1-2. Steps out, now steps back in. That's outside to even the count, 2-2. Chaffin thought about it and checked. Should have swung. That is a strikeout looking. DiLeonardo, 2 batters faced, 2 strikeouts, and this is Justin Parker. Doesn't get easier for DiLeonardo, but he's got the element of surprise in his favor. Justin Parker, another ball player, fared pretty well at the junior college level. He went to Labatt. It's in Kansas. That's on the outside for a ball. Out of the hand of DiLeonardo. He worked off speed to start. So maybe thinking they would pitch Justin Parker backwards. DiLeonardo ran a 2-seamer. No. Two and 0 now. 2 outs, 1-run ball game. Parker swings and fouls one back. It's 2-1. JP, 2017, he hit .457 and batted in 11 runs with the Table Rock Lake Monsters. Had 16 hits that year, which helped him win a share of the single season record. It's his second stint with the Metropolitans. He had 7 hits a season ago. Came into tonight with 10. He now has 11, thanks to the double he hit back in the 2nd inning. So Parker has filled it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. DiLeonardo comes home. Got Parker to go upstairs. This is popped into shallow center field. Back to get that, and making the catch for the Suckers is the shortstop. I do not think that was Winkler. That was actually Josh Engler, the shortstop, making the catch, and more importantly for the Fish, making the out. So 4-3 is the score. The Nixa Suckers hold the lead over the Springfield Metropolitans. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
My name is Paul Sunday with Big Whiskey's American Restaurant and Bar, started in Springfield, Missouri.
I've always been under the impression you do what you're good at. I got started in the restaurant industry back when I was 18. The original Big Whiskey's was established on Park Central East here, which happens to be Route 66. The concept of Big Whiskey's was very simple. We didn't want to reinvent the wheel. We just wanted to do what others were doing better. We basically are a restaurant that celebrates our bar. We're a restaurant that celebrates sports. But more importantly, we're a restaurant that has a great food product. We've won awards with our pasta dishes, our steaks, our wings, our buffalo chicken dip. People are going to think I'm cliche by saying, well, everything's good. What makes Springfield special to me, whenever I was younger, I used to say that it was big enough to get lost, but not big enough to lose yourself. So I think that it has all the attributes of a big city with, quite frankly, the quaintness of the folks that live inside it.
Henry's doing pitching change for the Springfield Metropolitans. Andy Galley went the maximum allotted 5-inning distance. All relievers will be limited to no more than 3 innings of work. And this is Walnut Grove, Missouri's own Jaron Dishman. So far in 2022, it's his rookie year in the GRBL. 8 innings, 4 earned runs, 8 hits, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 1 hit by pitch. He has allowed 2 extra base hits. A 4.50 ERA for Jaron Dishman. Very good in his last outing against the Ozark Mountain Ducks. 2 innings, no runs, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and he plunked a guy. So Dish has been getting better as his GRBL rookie season has gone on. Had a shutout inning back on September 18th against Moon City. So from September 18th onward, Dishman's been pretty good for the Mets. I believe that is what they call peaking at the right time. So Josh Engler will try to get after Jaron Dishman here. Hardy part of the order for the Suckers. Engler, Spitz, and DeLeonardo. Fastball from Dishman missed low. That time, looked like he went to the same pitch, but got the location that he wanted. Can't beat that. 1-1. Engler got jammed up there, swung on, fouled it off, and he falls behind in the count, 1-2. Josh 1 for 2 tonight. So he is 5 for 15. With a bat in his hand on the season. Looked at that one outside. Has walked a couple of times. Has struck out just once. So, well, struck out twice, I guess. Galley did get him back in the third. But more often than not, Engler is a guy who's going to get it into play. Here's a 2-2. Swung on. Fouled off. He had 12 hits a season ago with Republic. That was a big part of the reason why he was the 2021 MVP. 12 hits in 8 games for the Locos. Count is full. Payoff pitch from Dish. Swung on and chopped to the shortstop. Broadstreet on the second hop. Fires across in time to David Rodriguez. And that is the first out for the Mets. Bring up Courtney Spitz. He's 2 for 2 tonight. He is now 13 for 22 on the season. Beasting and feasting. .591, the average for CrossFit Spitz. Having the absolute season of his life. Put this in perspective, in the previous 2 seasons in his GRBL career, he had 9 hits. So in 1 year, he has surpassed that, what he had done in his previous 2 years as the Suckers manager. Down here 0-2 after a couple of foul balls is Courtney Spitz out of Drury University. 0-2 from Dishman. They set him up outside, but Spitz did not chase high. They were trying to set him up low and away, and Dishman missed. Ball came out of the hand. Yeah, same setup outside. That time they got the pitch they wanted, and that is a big strikeout for Jaron Dishman, getting Courtney Spitz swinging. So 2 outs. Matthew DiLeonardo comes up here for the Suckers. Nobody on. 4-3 is the score. Nixa Suckers lead the Springfield Mets. We are in the bottom of the 6th. This one has been tight. It has been good. This is what baseball night in the Ozarks games on the last day of the regular season are all about. Suckers have won their division, so they've got that in the cap already. They have got a first round bye in the playoffs. Still a little bit to play for. DiLeonardo puts that one into left field. And that is hit number 12 of the rookie campaign for Matthew DiLeonardo. His baseball bat rather, finds the ball, and the ball has found fresh turf for him more often than not. He is on for Ben Graham, who is pinch hitting for Scott Wilson here. DiLeonardo, 2.5-step lead. Ben Graham, another rookie, steps in the batter's box, chased one there from Dishman. So Graham, 3 for 13, has 1 RBI, 1 double. He's been hit a couple of times, has never walked. Swing and a grounder. This is tapped slowly to the shortstop. Broadstreet elects to flip over to the second baseman, Dreyer, who hangs on no problem for the fielder's choice, and out number 3. So Dishman gave up a hit, but otherwise it's a shutout inning for him. We will go to the 7th with the score. Nixa Suckers 4, Springfield Metropolitans 3. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank, we do business better.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it.
And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out.
Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original.
With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it.
Matthew DiLeonardo back to the hill for the Nixa Suckers in a very important protector's role. 4-3 is the score. Suckers in the lead. Well, earlier today, Moon City Mavericks got into the win column, 15-3. They defeated the Branson Showmen. And then it was the Republic Locos coming back from a 5-0 deficit to win 10-5 over the Ozark Mountain Ducks. That is part of the reason why the Locos have got to be watching this game with such interest. If the Nixa Suckers win and beat the Metropolitans tonight, the Locos, with a 5-2 record, will win the GRBL North. But if the Metropolitans win this game, it's a different picture. David Rodriguez looked at a strike from Matthew DiLeonardo. California kid blew one by there. was not too fancy. That looked like the Heat. 0-2. And down on strikes goes David Rodriguez. Third strikeout of the night for DeLeonardo gets us going in the 7th. 4-3 is the score. Suckers scored 4 runs in the first. They have been shut out since. Metropolitans have tried to claw their way back, but we have reached an impasse of sorts here in the middle innings. Calvin Dreyer had a triple and an RBI back in the 2nd inning. So he is now 6 for 21 in 2022. And that for Calvin is the hittingest season he has had in 3 years of grip and rip baseball. Had 5 hits in 2020, 4 hits rather in 2021. Both of those were with the Suckers. Got a change of scene this time when Brock Chaffin drafted Calvin to the Springfield Mets. He's making a go of it here. Just a guy who's gradually worked his way into a little bit more playing time. He's a steady-handed fielder and is emerging as a capable hitter. Foul ball knocked the mask off of Suckers catcher Courtney Spitz. Spitz wears the 2-piece style gear, the old backwards helmet with the mask, straps that secure behind the head. 1-2 to Dreyer. Matthew DeLeonardo. Ooh, ran that one in. 2-2. Next offering, swung on and lifted. Could be in the trouble spot. Oh no, no trouble at all. Nixa shortstop Josh Engler ranged over and he made the catch. So 2 outs go up. I was looking, Suckers have got Engler at short. They've sent Graham out to play left. Swing and a miss there by Broadstreet. Harrison 0 for 2 tonight. Down here 0-2. Next pitch from DeLeonardo, he bounced it. No harm there with no runners on. So a 1-2 count. I think they've also got Dustin Bean in at third, and I believe that's J.D. Payne playing first. So a little bit of subbing going on. Still got Matt Graves at second, and they've sent Chance Ferris out to right. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Broadstreet. DeLeonardo collects K number 4 on the night. He has not had a baseball leave the infield. 4-3 is the score. Suckers hanging on to the lead. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
See Plaza Tire Service for the right tire at the right price right now. Plaza Tire Service is the area's biggest selection of in-stock tires at the lowest price with outstanding service, including our 4 tires, 1 hour guarantee. Plus, we make the purchase easy on the budget with a Plaza Tire Service card or no credit needed financing options. Plaza Tire Service is in Springfield on East Sunshine, West Sunshine, and South Campbell, and on Kenneth and Nixa. For the right tire at the right price right now, come see us at Plaza Tire Service.
Baseball night in the Ozarks. Stretch time here at U.S. Baseball Park at the end of the Sumit's Hot Yoga 7th inning stretch. Jaron Dishman goes back to the hill for the Springfield Metropolitans. And I am seeing right now Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon, right-hander, walking down the left field line toward the bullpen for the Springfield Mets, along with Brock Chaffin, who's relegated himself to the backup catcher's role. So there's something interesting. The starting pitcher, Andy Galley, is going to go out and be third base coach. Or rather, he will be the bench coach, I should say, as Chandler Maples going around to coach third for the Suckers here. But Galley, good guy to have on the roster. He's been a manager in this league before. So in a situation like this, can direct a little bit of traffic, allowing Chaffin, the manager, to go down and catch what is conceivably a pretty important bullpen session as he decides exactly when he's going to insert Justin Loudon into this ball game. For the moment, it's Jaron Dishman, and I am sure the Mets would be happy if he just mowed here. It's 1-0 to Chance Ferris, batting in the 10 spot. Or check that. He is batting in the 7th spot. Looking at the wrong team on the lineup card. My apologies. So Ferris is pinch hitting here for Chandler Maples. He's ahead here 2-0. Make that 2-1. A big hack there, swing and a miss. Ferris originally from Marionville, Missouri. Or now lives in Marionville, Missouri. He's originally from Mineral Wells, Texas. Swings and lines this one up the middle. It lips off the front of the mound and carries in to center field. Third base hit in the GRBL career of Chance Ferris is pretty well timed here in the bottom of the 7th. Single out to center, and he is on for Dustin Bean. Bean entered the game at third. He is now entering in the order in the 8th spot. So Dustin Bean 2 for 12. Another rookie out of Kickapoo High School. Longtime friend of Nixa Suckers manager Courtney Spitz. Bean, 33 years old. He can play both corner infield spots, or he can play right or left field, so pretty good versatility. Looked at a pitch inside there. To Bean, swung on and chopped to the shortstop. Broadstreet flips to Dreyer. They try to turn two. They do it. Broadstreet to Dreyer to Rodriguez. Slick fielding by the Springfield Metropolitans, keeping a runner out of scoring position. And that cleans the sheets. It's another sub here for the Suckers in the 7th inning. J.D. Payne bats in the stead of Matt Graves. So J.D. from Nixa, Missouri, playing for the hometown club. Looked at an off-speed pitch high. And Payne, 1 for 7 for his career with 2 runs batted in. Swings and puts this one up into the air. It's going to stay on the playing surface, but beyond the reach of the Metropolitans catcher, Steve Aldridge. So that will keep Payne in the hunt. J.D. Payne had a very impressive tryout all the way back on July 31st. As the temperature has cooled into the mid to low 60s here, it's hard to think about those times back when it was 90 degrees and things were fun, but J.D. Payne got a hold of a few baseballs. They got mashed all the way to the outfield wall, that 375 power gap in left center. Got out there in a hurry. Commissioner Tony Lewis's assessment was, yeah, I remember J.D. Payne. This dude can mash. 2-1 here, facing Dishman, who can throw some smoke when he wants to. That was a swinging strike. Evens us up 2-2. 2 outs. Dishman misses outside. We're full up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Payne fouls it off. So we stay full, 3-2. Dishman comes set and deals. It's another 2-strike foul for J.D. Payne. We'll have pitch number 8 of the sequence coming up here. J.D. pretty good hitter at College of the Ozarks in the NCCAA. 61 hits as a senior in 2018. Hit .321. Ooh, breaking pitch, and he checked it, but the ball, almost inadvertent little excuse me ball off of the barrel of Payne's bat, drops foul. Another pitch. Struck him out looking. Payne not happy, but a big punch for Jaron Dishman. His second strikeout of the game, and we will call that our Domino's delivery of the game. It's never been easier to track your pizza order than with the Domino's app. Get the door. It's Domino's, official pizza of the Grip and Rip Baseball League. Back with the 8th inning. After this, 4-3 is the score. Suckers in front.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank, we do business better.
This internet telecast is not at all copyrighted by the Grip and Rip Baseball League for the enjoyment of our audience. Please share it with your friends. Any use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the GRBL's consent is encouraged. That legal disclaimer presented by Tolbert Beetle, official legal partner of the Grip and Rip Baseball League. Justin Loudon bats for the Springfield Metropolitans. He's got a special pink-barreled baseball bat in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month every October. And I can tell, I do believe, Justin Loudon has a bag of fruit snacks in the rear pocket of his baseball pants. While we're talking about the broadcast, I'll say our executive producers are Tony Lewis and Harrison Waters. Tonight's game has been produced and directed by the Wonder Kid, Derek Sako. I'm Rance Berger. Fruit Snacks Loudon has evened the count here, 1-1. Came into the night 1 for 7 and will probably be called upon to pitch before this is over, I would hypothesize. 4-3 is the score. The 1-2 from DeLeonardo. Loudon chased upstairs. And that is the 5th strikeout for the Ninja Turtle. Back to the top of the order in the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot, Jared Brashler. 1 for 2 tonight for the Mets. Has also been hit by a pitch. Had a single back in the first and scored what is now standing up to be a pretty important run. Fastball swung on, fouled back. So 4-3, the present advantage for the Nixa Suckers. Trying to snap out of a 2-game skid. The 0-1. That's low and away. Brashler chased big time there, falling behind 1-2. He's got 6 hits on the season, 46 for his career, has been with the league since it was founded in 2016. Lives right here in Ozark. Wife Jessica and 3 kids. Down on strikes he goes. Matthew DeLeonardo dealing Harrison Waters bats. Cooled off a little bit tonight, has Harry. Coming off of a 3-hit performance a week ago. Also had 3 hits on September 18th. He was a home run away from the natural cycle, but doggone it, he grounded out to first instead of hitting a home run. Happens to even the best. 1-0 got checked, and that did run inside. It's 2-0 to Waters. To Leonardo. Being a little bit careful here, perhaps, or maybe dealing with a drop in temperature that he's not used to, being a California kid. Swing and a foul ball back. Yeah, it got up to almost, it did get up to 80 degrees today. We've since fallen to 68, and the skies are clear. That is allowing the temperature to drop, making it feel perhaps a little bit cooler than it really is down on the field. There's a swinging strike. That evens us up 2-2. Two outs as well. DeLeonardo kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Cowabunga, the Ninja Turtle, strikes out the side. 7 strikeouts in 3 innings for Matthew DeLeonardo, and the Suckers hold the lead. 4-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartnell with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sardi McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
They are lighting the torches and banging the pots and pans in Walnut Grove, Missouri. Their favorite son, Jaron Dishman, has gone back to the pitcher's mound. The Springfield Metropolitans are going to try to max out his eligibility tonight. First time that has happened in Dish's GRBL career. 4-3 ball game, last day of the regular season. Why not see what the kid's got? Does he have the fire in the belly to continue firing in a big-time situation here? So a one-run ball game. Jaron Dishman set to face the top of the Nixa order. Well, check that. First it's going to be the number 10 hitter, Matt Graves. Then it's the top of the Nixa order. Graves 0 for 2 tonight. Dishman showing off perhaps what got him drafted to the Springfield Metropolitans. Well, he should be pretty familiar with this ballpark. He played in it quite a bit as a college player. Also played in the Show Me Collegiate League as a member of the Route 66 Stars. It's become a summer tradition ever since this ballpark was renovated. About $3 million worth of work took place in 2015, giving way to Drury University starting to call it home in 2016, and that coincided with both the launch of the Show Me Collegiate League and the launch of the Grip and Rip Baseball League that fall. Since then, U.S. Baseball Park hosts well over 200 playing dates on a yearly basis. More often than not, there is something doing here at the ballpark. 2-2. Jaron Dishman throwing to Matt Graves. Heavy exhale, and now he comes home. Swing and a miss. It's a strikeout for Dish. Third K on the night, and back to the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot go the Nixa Suckers. Hayden Gibson. And he is dangerous. 2 for 3 on the night is Gibson. 5 for 14 on the campaign. Dishman comes home with a strike. I think I can hear the people cheering all the way from Walnut Grove. They're getting loud. 0-1 to Gibson. Swing and a miss. 0-2. The boy is pumped up. Gibson back in. Dish comes home. Whoop! Well, maybe a little too pumped up. Just cleaned out Hayden Gibson's shin there. But Hayden Gibson, college soccer player who was a goalkeeper. One shot to the shins is not going to put him on the ground. R.J. Neese comes up for the Suckers. 1 out, 1 on. Neese 1 for 3. 6 for 17. Dishman sends Gibson diving back with a check throw. Fastball ran up and in. So it's Neese in the batter's box. Engler waits in the on-deck circle. 4-3. Suckers trying to add to their advantage. Jaron Dishman trying to bow his neck and shut the door for the Metropolitans. We are in the bottom of the 8th. Serious implications. The outcome of this game is going to set 2 playoff matchups at minimum. I can tell you for sure the 4 versus 5 game next Sunday at 3 p.m. will be Ozark Mountain Ducks at Branson Showman. But somebody is going to have to be dropped down to the number 3 position. It will be one of these, it will be either the Springfield Metropolitans or the Republic Locos, and they will play the Moon City Mavericks. And here is a base hit out into right field off the bat of R.J. Nixa. So a hit by pitch and a single for the Suckers. They have a little bit of something going in the fish fryer, perhaps. It's going to bring up Josh Engler with runners on at first and second. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Single, a strikeout, grounded out to short last time. Breaking ball, not enough dip to find the strike zone. It's going to send Steve Aldridge out real briefly to visit with Dishman. I would suspect this is no more than a, hey, calm down, get your rhythm back kind of thing. Aldridge wasn't really out there long enough to say much at all. That might have just been an effort just to slow down the pitcher, just a touch. So 1-0 to Engler. Dishman looks back at the runner. Gibson from second now runs a two-seamer in. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a foul ball. That's going to carry way up into the sky. Loud strike. Got past the seats out into the grassy berm down the third base line. So 2 balls and a strike for Engler. Fastball did not find the outer half. Four to 3, Suckers lead the Springfield Mets. Josh Engler lifts one in the air, shallow center, and a little bit of trouble, but Calvin Dreyer, the second baseman, called off the help from Harrison Broadstreet, the shortstop, and made the catch. So fleet of foot move there, and a headsy play from Calvin Dreyer to get the second out. Doesn't get easier for Dishman. Still runners on first and second. Batter is Courtney Spitz. Just continuing a red-hot season. 13 for 23. Struck out last time, did Spitz, at the hands of Jaron Dishman. The right hand, to be a little more accurate. Nothing and nothing with 2 outs. Dishman threw him a sinker that did not get a call on the inner part of the plate. Fastball. That got the zone. 1-0. Again, Dishman, first time in his GRBL career, he has been pushed beyond 2 innings of work. So gamely hanging in there in a key situation. Fires home. That's low. It's 2 balls and a strike to Courtney Spitz. You can be a little careful here, but you can't get too careful if you're the pitcher. The 2-1 swung on. That is off Dishman's foot. Caught by Dreyer. Throw to first in time. My goodness. Calvin Dreyer caught the ball off of Jaron Dishman's foot on the fly, and then he fired it, a bang-bang play at first, got Courtney Spitz, and the Springfield Mets are still in the game. A 1-4-3, just like they practiced, I'm sure. 4-3 is the score. Back with the commercial-free 9th inning presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks. When we come back, it is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, and it's live and free on YouTube. New pitcher for...
Way. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
When times are tough, you turn to the people you trust. For more than 100 years, Central Bank has weathered many a storm, and through it all, shown what it means to be a true community bank. Our people are working right now to keep your money moving, to keep your businesses strong, to keep our community strong. Central Bank has been named a Forbes magazine top 100 bank for 12 years in a row. When we say strong roots, we mean it. Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
I'd like to say a big sorry to the folks at home, including my mom, because I know she's probably watching this. Turned down the wrong volume knob, turned up the wrong volume knob, so inadvertently yelled new pitcher. And yes, it is a new pitcher for the Nixa Suckers. It is Ben Graham to get us going here in the commercial-free ninth inning presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks. So 4-3 is the score, top of the ninth. And Ben Graham out to work for the Fish, former Washington Nationals farmhand who also played independent minor league professional baseball. In 2013, injuries derailed his pro career. 9 years later, he has found his way to living in Fair Play, Missouri, and has found his way into playing in the GRBL for the Nixa Suckers as the team's closer. 8 1/3 innings for Graham on the season, 4 earned runs on 8 hits, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 4 hit batsmen. However, most of those bad numbers all happened just 1 week ago at the hands of the Branson Showmen, where Graham gave up 4 earned runs on 5 hits, hit those 4 aforementioned batters, and so his entire ERA represented as a result of those 2 1/3 innings in a 11-9 extra innings loss to Branson. Graham starting the party here, pumping a slider for a strike to Zach Young. So for Graham and for the Suckers, this is a big inning and a big shot at a little bit of redemption headed into the playoffs. High chopper to short. Engler with it. No, they did not get Zach Young. It is not in time. So a runner is on. Infield single is what we will officially have to score it for Zach Young, who was wearing the collar up until that little twist of fate. So he avoids a golden sombrero, and he does represent a tying run for the Mets. Could that be the big break they need? Steve Aldridge swings and chops one into play at third. Dustin Bean up with it for the Suckers, throws across. Nice adjustment from J.D. Payne to keep that drag foot on the bag and get out number 1. But a runner does move into scoring position. So the Mets have the tying run standing on second base in the ninth. And with the pressure mounting, Mets gaffer Brock Chaffin walks up here. Chaff is 0 for 3 tonight, which means he would tell you he's due. 4 for 14 on the season. Swings and lifts one into center field. The wave around will send Zach Young, and we are tied 4-4. RBI base hit off the bat of the former Missouri State Bear, Brock Chaffin. And we are all knotted up. And with that, it's a new game. Justin Parker comes up here for the Mets. So the go-ahead run is Chaffin, capable base stealer. Ben Graham may not know that as Justin Parker swings and pops one foul back. Nixa Suckers have 10 hits, Mets with just 5, but they have made the hits count. Actually, I have the Mets for 6 hits now. Nevertheless, getting out-hit but not outscored as it's 4-4. 0-2 here to JP, falling behind Ben Graham on a nasty slider there. So Graham trying to bear down. There's a bouncer. That's going to get away from Spitz. That will allow Chaffin to go hit second base. Spitz lost a shin guard in the process, so had to sort of drag a flat tire to go corral the baseball and keep Chaffin at second base. A little bit of an unraveling here in the ninth for the Suckers. Now a little activity getting kick-started in the Metropolitans pen. Justin Loudon going back down to get warm. Ben Graham misses with a slider out to Justin Parker, and it's 2-2. 1 out on the board. The base runner, Brock Chaffin, represents a go-ahead for the Mets. Swing and a grounder, foul. So we'll set up and do the 2-2 again. Graham looks back at the runner. Now comes home. 2-2 missed high. We're full up. So Republic Locos fans watching on with great interest. Payoff pitch, swing and a drive off the bat of Justin Parker toward the gap in left, but not gappy enough. Hayden Gibson made a great catch on the run to record the out. Great set of wheels there on Gibson. 2020 GRBL Rookie of the Year, making plays like that. Well, here's David Rodriguez. Had an RBI single out into right back in the 4th inning. That made the score 4-3 at the time. And how important was that ball off the bat of El Caballero Venezolano, David Rodriguez. Woof. Twisted inside out there. Graham ran a slider in on the left-hander who couldn't say no. 0-1. Fastball that time is sprayed left field line, foul. Exciting for a second, but nothing more than a loud strike. So Ben Graham quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Trying to give the Suckers a chance in the bottom of the ninth. He's got a big man to deal with here, David Rodriguez. Runner in scoring position is Chaffin. Rodriguez reaches out and touches that foul. Set him up and do it again. Back into the left-handed batter's box goes Rodriguez. Graham has the sign he wants from Courtney Spitz. Comes set in the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Ben Graham gets a big out there, but not before. Zach Young had an infield single, and then Brock Chaffin, an RBI single out into center field, has tied the game 4-4. Suckers and Mets all knotted up. It is bottom of the ninth time, and it is the commercial-free ninth inning presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks. If I am reading the tea leaves correctly, it means Justin Loudon is going to go out to work for the Springfield Mets, trying to hang on. Batters will be DeLeonardo, Graham, and either Maples or Ferris here in the bottom of the ninth. But how about this? You know, coming in, we expected a pitching duel between Josh Engler and Andy Galley, and we got that. It was 4-3 with 11 strikeouts for Engler, 7 strikeouts for Galley when the first 5 innings were done. But then Jaron Dishman and Matthew DiLeonardo locked up for what became a duel of relief pitchers. They each put up 3 scoreless innings. That got us here to the 9th. Ben Graham came on to try to close for the Suckers. Instead, that's going to go down as a blown save for him. And Justin Loudon now comes on for the Springfield Mets. Let's tell you about Fruit Snacks Loudon, sponsored by Blackman Construction. He works in human resources in the mental health field in Lebanon, Missouri. Challenging job. In addition to playing baseball, plays a whole lot of golf. So far, pitching here in 2022, he's thrown 2 innings, no runs earned, 2 hits allowed, 2 strikeouts, and that is all she wrote. Zeros in every column, including ERA. Pitched 6 innings a season ago for the Moon City Mavericks, helping the Mavs win a title. He allowed 8 earned runs across those 6 on 5 hits, largely aided by a walk and 3 hit batsmen. Also struck out 5 last year. Did not play in 2020, the COVID year. And we had a few players kind of take that track. Some didn't play because they did not like some of the risks associated with the global pandemic. Some did not play because they did not like some of the precautions associated with the pandemic. And some didn't play because of the economic implications of the COVID-19 pandemic. So this is Justin Loudon's total 4th season in Grippenrip. He broke in 2018. He was with Elite Promotions Team Elite that year, and the manager of that club, well, that would have been Nixa Suckers manager Courtney Spitz. So kind of funny how things come full circle sometimes in this league. If you hang around long enough, you will have probably played with just about everybody. You will have definitely played against just about everybody. So here's Matthew DiLeonardo. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 spots in the Suckers order. DiLeonardo swings and grounds one right side. Second baseman Dreyer up with it for the first out for the Springfield Mets. Ben Graham comes up next. 0 for 1 on the night. 34-year-old rookie from Kansas out of Emporia State. Now lives on a farm in Fairplay. 3 for 14 with a bat in his hand is Ben Graham here in the GRBL. Woo. Got brushed back by Justin Loudon there. 4-4, bottom of the 9th. Suckers trying to get something going right here, right now. Swinging a foul ball. It's 1-1. Loudon back on the pitching rubber, works on the extreme first base side. Shook off Steve Aldridge once. Let's see what he dishes up here. That's a pitch out and away. 2-1. Fastball down and in. So Ben Graham worked into a hitter's count, 3-1. Justin Loudon, bottom of the 9th. This is what you try out for. Situations like this. Strike on the inner half and the count is full. Mets infielders pretty well straight away. The middle infielders both playing heels to the grass. Loudon missed outside and walked him. So Graham draws a walk. That is the game-winning run, potentially, and he is on first base. Nixa will run for him, and this is just a re-entry here as Scott Wilson comes back into the lineup, running for Graham. So that's just a pure re-entry, and Graham, in turn, can then re-enter and pitch a 10th inning if it gets to that. This is Chance Ferris. He's 1 for 1 tonight, singled out into center field in the 7th. Native of Mineral Wells, Texas. Scott Wilson, 3-step lead from first base. Loudon comes home. He bounced it, got away from Aldridge. Wilson taken off. There will be no throw. And now the all-important run is in scoring position. Suckers fans starting to come alive in the bottom of the ninth. Mets fans trying to will Justin Loudon to get an out. 1-0. Breaking pitch swung on, tapped foul into the Mets dugout on the third base side. Again, Locos hoping that Chance Ferris comes up big here. That would give Republic first place in the GRBL North Division and a bye. That would also send the Mets into the eliminators next week for a date with the Moon City Mavericks at high noon. 2-1. Loudon comes home. This is swung on, grounded to short. Broadstreet throws to third, and that was heads-up stuff. They get the out at third base. They say don't make the last out at third. Don't make the first out at third, but that was the second out, and it was made at third base. Harris and Broadstreet got the ball to Justin Parker in time. They get the lead runner on a 6-5 fielder's choice. So 2 outs on the board. Nixa still with a potential game-winning run on the base paths. It's Ferris. He's at first. Dustin Bean is the batter for the Fish. First pitch he sees from Justin Loudon is a fastball up. 1-0. Dustin Bean grounded to the shortstop last time. He is 2 for 13 for the season. Trying to get a hold of one here. Oh, that hit him. Well, Justin Loudon got a hold of Dustin Bean instead. It's a hit by pitch. So once again, into scoring position goes a very important run. And so Ferris is there for J.D. Payne. And with 2 outs, Payne has got to find his way on safely, one way or another, hook or by crook. Loudon stepped back. Little short meeting on the mound there between Loudon and Aldridge, so not a mound visit, just a trip out for the catcher. Nothing and nothing. 2 outs. Runners on first and second for the Suckers in a 4-4 game. That ran in, and that brushed the arm of J.D. Payne. He sold that call straight away. Mets fans a little incensed, but nevertheless, the bases are now loaded. And the Suckers will send up Matt Grave. Just got some last-minute instructions from his manager, Courtney Spitz. Well, if you're Matt Graves, hey brother, this is what you got recruited into the league for. This is what you signed up and tried out for. Last day of the regular season, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, bases loaded. My goosebumps have goosebumps. Graves steps in against Justin Loudon. 4-4 is the score. That's a ball up. I have no doubt Matt Graves was instructed not to swing at the first pitch. 1-0. Loudon kicks and deals. That's down. 2-0 to Graves. A walk-off walk is just as effective in the scorebook as a walk-off hit, although I'm sure Graves would like to get a hold of one. 2-0 pitch. Stereich on the inner half. Mets showing no indication of riding any horse but Justin Loudon here in the ninth. The 2-1. That is framed for a strike on the outer half. Graves not liking the call. He steps out. So deuce is wild in the ninth. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tie ball game. Fruit Snacks Loudon comes set and fires home. Swing and a miss. He got him. Down on strikes goes Matt Graves, and we are headed to extras. 4-4, we go to the 10th. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, live and free right here on YouTube. Don't go anywhere.
What gets me out of bed every morning is the possibility of helping people. I want to give people back their peace of mind. I want to know they have a fighter in their corner when they've been the victim of someone else's negligence to help put their lives back together. I want them to know it's going to be okay. Our creed at Toll Torpedo is tell them you need business. We want our clients to know that when they hire our law firm, the insurance companies are going to take them seriously. They're going to take their case serious. We leave no stone unturned in preparing their case. We are on the cutting edge of trial technology. We have 2 decades of trial experience in representing injured clients. We become a part of our client's struggle and take on that burden. We get our clients the justice they deserve. That's the rewarding part. The look on their face, their appreciation.
They know that our team has gone to battle for them and we have come out victorious. That is the most rewarding part.
We have carried their burden. We have walked in their steps. We have fought their fight.
So extra inning rules in effect here in the Grip and Rip. To try to speed this along just a touch, we do what's called the California tiebreaker. That is where, starting here in the 10th, each team will get to start their half of the offensive inning with a runner on second base. It is the batter who made the last out of the previous inning. So for the Springfield Mets, that is David Rodriguez. He starts the 10th standing on second base in scoring position. No outs on the board. Ben Graham on the pitcher's mound for Nixa. Calvin Dreyer is the batter. Nixa lost to the Branson Showmen in extra innings a week ago. We will see what, if anything, the Suckers learned from that experience. But the Springfield Mets at one point trailed in this game 4-1. They have clawed their way back 4-4. A big base hit from Brock Chaffin in the 9th tied the ball game. The 1-1. We do at least 2 of these innings with this format. And if it goes to a 12th inning, then we start loading the bases and putting some outs on the board as well to compensate. There's a Steerike thrown to Calvin Dreyer, 2-2. But the Suckers need outs. That's the bottom line here. No strategy to overanalyze. They just need outs. Here's a swing and a grounder to the shortstop. Runner Rodriguez retreats. Engler's throw across to J.D. Payne is in time. Runner stays put. That's the first out. Bring up Harrison Broadstreet, who is 0 for on the night, 0 for 3 to be exact. Nothing funny about that line for the professional stand-up comedian, Harrison Broadstreet. Oof, swung at some cheese inside. Falls behind here, 0-1. Harry now 5 for 20 on the season, so hitting .250. Fanned at one, bending on the outer half there. So 0-2, Broadstreet steps off. Graham works back in. This is swung on and grounded to short. Engler up with it again for the Suckers, and another throw right on the button to J.D. Payne. So 2 grounders to short, 2 outs. Suckers trying to squirm their way out of this top of the 10th. Justin Loudon steps in. 0 for 1 on the night. Big Evil, the theme music he walks up to. If you're a WWE fan, you remember when The Undertaker rode a motorcycle. 0-1 here after a filthy slider. 1-1 now as Graham bounces one. Two outs, runner on second is David Rodriguez for the Mets. Loudon thought about it, and the hesitation cost him a called strike. 1-2. Graham looks back at the runner. One look, now he comes home. That's outside. So Ben Graham, when he misses, has been missing out consistently to right-handed batters. Two balls, two strikes. Loudon fouls that one off. We'll set it up and do it again. So Justin 1 for 8 when he walked up to the plate for this one. Graham kind of stepped off and took a little walk there. He's back on the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 6th pitch of the appearance. Goodness, did not get the outer half. Nice eyes from Justin Loudon. We are full up. 3-2. Swing and a foul ball. That one got well clear of the playing surface on the first base side, so we'll set it up and do it again. Loudon working deep into the count against Ben Graham, who played professionally for the Washington Nationals organization. Justin Loudon, took a walk. So the junior collegiate athlete Loudon from St. Louis Community College Merrimack gets the better of the ex-pro Ben Graham. That puts runners on first and second for Jared Brashler. 1 for 3 tonight is Brash. And Tolleson is going to re-enter the game and run for Loudon after that walk, or he's going to courtesy run actually, but that is still Tolleson's position in the order originally anyway. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Brashler swing and a miss at a filthy slider from Graham. Well, Graham wanted to get Loudon. Getting Brashler is just as good if you're a Suckers fan. Fastball, swing and a miss. And Graham kind of took a half windup there, but that was a full speed heater. 0-2. Graham deals, did not find it on the inner half. Catcher Courtney Spitz kind of scooped it there. 1-2. Top of the 10th. Graham comes home. Swing and a miss. Brashler down on strikes. And we will go to the bottom of the 10th. Still knotted up at 4. Suckers have a chance to try to find their offense. When we come back, it is the Grip and Rip Baseball League.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank, we do business better.
Back with you live at U.S. Baseball Park, where we are in the bottom of the 10th. So Matt Graves from the Nixa Suckers made the last out. He will be the base runner at second. Into scoring position straight away for the Suckers, who go to the top of the order. It'll be Gibson, Neese, and Engler for the Fish in a crucial situation here. They have won the GRBL South Division already. They know they've got a first-round bye and a trip to the semifinals. But just in terms of the overall momentum of the season, in terms of trying to lock up that number one spot, Nixa needs a win tonight. Bottom of the 10th, Justin Loudon back out to work for the Metropolitans. Graves, the runner. He's in scoring position at second base. And the Mets dancing with the girl that brought them, pretty much. The defensive alignment they've been going with all game. It's Waters in left, Brashler in center, Zach Young in right. Justin Parker is at third, Harrison Broadstreet at shortstop, Calvin Dreyer at second base, and David Rodriguez at first. Steve Aldridge is behind the plate, giving the signal to Justin Loudon as Hayden Gibson stands in that left-handed batter's box. He looks at a fastball for a strike. Oh, and 1. Loudon from the chest. That's outside. Justin touches his chest there to say, my fault. The exchange there with the catcher, Steve Aldrich. 1-1. That is on the inner half for a strike, and credit Justin Loudon fearlessly going after a pretty dangerous hitter here, Hayden Gibson, who is 2 for 3 on the night, a triple, a single, and he got hit by a pitch in the 8th. 1-2. Gibson, inside out swing. This is fouled off, ripped up to the upper concourse on the third base side. Another 1-2 coming up here. Loudon comes set and deals. Foul ball hit the catcher's mask, it looked like. Steve Aldridge took the face guard off. Not sure if that got mask or chest protector or what. But he's taking a minute. Man in charge going to give him a minute. Justin Loudon taking a little walk around the mound. So they're going to send some new baseballs into the plate umpire. All this just building the tension here at U.S. Baseball Park, bottom of the 10th, 4-4. Los Mets and the Nixa Suckers all knotted up. Hayden Gibson, the runner on second is Matt Graves. Loudon's pitch to Gibson, and that hit him. Second time tonight Hayden Gibson's been hit. Third batter that Justin Loudon has hit in 2 innings of work. So everybody, understandably, a little bit keyed up right now. That puts men on first and second, but the Suckers have been here before, as has Justin Loudon. R.J. Neese steps in here. 2 for 4 on the night with a couple of singles. Swing and a chopper over the head of the third baseman. Justin Parker, Matt Graves gets the go sign. Waters throw, not in time, and the Suckers walk it off in 10 innings. Your hero is R.J. Neese, an RBI single down the left field line, and they win 5-4. Well, yeah, R.J. Neese is absolutely going to get a share of the glory. Your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game. the deliverer of the RBI base hit just now in the 10th that made it 5-4. RJ Neese, but I will say, up until that, my Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game for the Suckers was Matthew DiLeonardo, the Ninja Turtle. Worth mentioning for sure. Had a hit back in the 6th inning, so 1 for 4 on the night, but his pitching performance was outstanding. 3 scoreless innings in a head-to-head duel between relievers against Springfield's Jaron Dishman. 3 scoreless innings, he struck out 7 batters, and that, my friends, was some elite pitching from the California kid, Matthew DiLeonardo. Nixa Suckers win 5-4. So they improve to 5-2 in the regular season standings. The Springfield Metropolitans fall to 4-3, and so that, my friends, means the Republic Locos have just won the GRBL North Division by virtue of a little help from their fishy friends. At 5-2, the Republic Locos win the North. They clinch a first-round bye, and they will enter the playoffs as the number 2 seed. With that win, the Nixa Suckers clinch number 1 overall. So as many games as they can go, if they're able to win in the semis, they will be the home team in the Howard Bell Trophy championship game. Springfield Metropolitans fall to 4-3. That means they are in the number 3 position in the GRBL playoff seedings. They're the only 4-3 club in the league as it stands, so they will play the Moon City Mavericks. That'll be a showdown next Sunday, October the 9th at high noon. So it'll be Mets Mavericks, a 3rd running of the Queen's Derby. This season should be a very good tussle between this Springfield club and a Moon City Mavericks team that just found out what kind of potential it could unlock with a 15-3 victory earlier today, getting into the win column. Then at 3 o'clock next Sunday, October 9th, it will be the Branson Showmen as the number 4 seed. They will be the home team taking on the Ozark Mountain Ducks. And the winners of those 2 playoff eliminators will move on to the GRBL semifinals with based on seeding to be determined. Because the seeds stay with the teams for each round, so the lower seeded, or the worse seeded, I guess, winning team from the eliminators will draw the Nixa Suckers in the semis, and the better seeded team to emerge from the eliminators will play the Republic Locos. And those semifinals will be Sunday, October the 16th. Nixa Suckers will have the noon game, I can tell you that. So if you're a Nixa fan, get that on the calendar straight away. High noon, a showdown, Nixa Suckers with opponent to be determined out of the eliminators. Then at 3 o'clock, the Republic Locos will play the other winning team from the eliminators. 5-4, your final score here. The Nixa Suckers get it done in extra innings. That was a wild one. We will step aside, come back, talk things over with somebody from the Nixa Suckers. Might be RJ Neese, might be Matthew DiLeonardo, hopefully Courtney Spitz himself. I'll tell you right after this short break, back right after a quick moment.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at
The Nixa Suckers are winners, 5-4. They walk it off in 10 innings. So the Nixa Suckers, GRBL South Division champions for 2022, and I'm joined by Josh Engler and Matthew DiLeonardo. Actually, you guys were the South Division champs before this game even started. Did you happen to even know that?
I heard up on it. Brock told me when I was at the third base. He said that we already had it locked up.
Well, very nice. But I will say this, with a win tonight over the Mets, you do lock up the #1 overall spot in the playoffs. So the first round bye was yours. Now you've got, home field advantage in a site-specific league for whatever that is worth to you. But a big one nonetheless. And Josh, I'll start with you, man. First of all, you guys start off 4 wins in a row. You got it rolling. Then you stub your toe a couple times. In the overall life of the team, how important is it to get a win tonight?
It was big. It's big to come in. I think this is the last regular season game for the playoffs, and for us to be able to come out and get a win today, I think it really doesn't matter how you play during the regular season. It matters how you go going into the playoffs. So it felt good to get a win going into that.
So you and Andy Galley had a very nice back and forth, giving way to a duel between the relievers, Matthew DiLeonardo and Jared Dishman. And you, Matthew, 3 scoreless innings, 7 strikeouts. Man, what did you eat today? My gosh. Just looked like you were feeling great.
Yeah, I felt really good. I feel like, I took a few months off before coming into the season, so I didn't really touch a baseball until probably the tryouts for this, so I feel like every week my arm just feels better and better.
I know, for a young guy like you, you feel like that's a layoff, but some guys go years without picking up a baseball before they come out here and play in Grip and Rip, and
That's
Josh can certainly attest to that. So, Matt, hey, first year, rookie year, you're going on to the GRBL semifinals. That's what you sign up for, I'm sure. So, guys, what were you thinking as it went to the 9th and the Mets scratch a run across?
Man, it's just the way the baseball league goes, and especially this league in particular. Things tend to not go your way sometimes. It matters in baseball, and it just matters how you bounce back. And I think we did a really good job of staying positive and letting the momentum not get too far away from us. Matthew came in and through those innings really helped keep us intact. And then, it's just good to play with a bunch of group of guys. So we did well.
So you guys have a couple of infield conferences there. Matt, can you kind of share with me maybe what was said there during those tense moments in the 9th and in the 10th?
We just said, here's what we're doing. We're covering bunts here and here. This is what to do. And then from there, it's, Ben, you got this. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and how important was it for you guys to rally behind Ben Graham after he gave up the run there in the 9th?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. I feel like we have really good team chemistry. I like it a lot. Everyone's really friendly, supportive. I know Ben probably felt really bad giving up that run. He's usually really on lockdown for us as a closer. I think he's closed out almost every game this year, if not every game.
So, 3 saves for Graham. Did not get the save tonight. You got him the win instead.
That's right.
I hate to say that to the other 2 pitchers in the game. You both get no decisions, but I'm sure you'll take the win all the same.
That's right.
Josh, 11 strikeouts for you tonight. I got you at 55 for the season. So, I mean, not quite the 69 you had a season ago, but I mean, let's put that into perspective. The previous record was 43. So, I mean, 2 of just the single best strikeout seasons. Let's just talk about you and strikeouts. How big are Ks for you?
I think it's just all about trying to find my mechanics. Spitz does a good job of keeping me in line. Sometimes I let my lower half or my upper half get away from me a little bit, and just having that little check of of keeping my mechanics in has really just felt well. I mean, I was telling them in the dugout. I mean, I think this is the best I felt since a long, long, long time. So, I just love to play baseball. I love to throw the ball hard and have everything time out well. That's what makes it fun. I don't really care about the strikeouts, but they're fun to get.
Well, Matthew, kind of weird talking to you as a predominantly a pitcher, but you've got yourself, the hitting streak continues. Every game you've been in, you've gotten at least 1 hit. Disappointed with yourself maybe to just get 1 tonight, but how much hitting were you doing throughout your college career, if any?
None. Yeah, nothing beyond goofing off in the cages every once in a while.
POs are the athletes.
So I mean, what is the ticket? Just natural ability?
I guess so. Yeah.
Goodness sakes. Well, you have not tasted the playoffs in the GRBL before. You have, Josh Engler. You've been to the semis twice.
Yeah.
You've never crashed through the ceiling and made it to a final. What would that mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. The last 2 years, my very first year in the league, Spitz and I got to the semifinals. We got to the semifinals last year. It's just a hurdle that we're going to get over. I think we've got the staff and the team and the pitching to get through it this year, and we just keep playing solid baseball. We're going to do it.
Let's go ahead and bring in your skipper, Courtney Spitz. Hey, Court, come here, and why don't you take one of the headsets from these gentlemen? You can have Josh's. That's fine. First of all, you just caught 10 innings, so how are the legs and the knees feeling for you after spending that much time behind the plate?
Oh, I'm good. I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I love playing, and that's what this league's all about. And unfortunately, our backup catcher's dealing with some strains in the legs, so just trying to keep everybody healthy instead of pushing it.
So R.J. Neese tonight in the 10th got his third hit of the game, arguably the biggest hit of the season for R.J. as you guys walk it off 5-4. How big was that, first of all for him to respond to a little bit of adversity, but then also for your team to respond after giving up a 4-1 lead early?
Yeah, you don't want him to get confidence. R.J.'s a great player. I played with him in college, and I watched him tear up the GLVC, and if he gets rolling, that top of the lineup is just so much more dangerous. But it was good to see him come out and put a big smile on his face after getting a game-winning hit like that. And man, Engler and DeLeonardo just pitched so well, and we feed off that pitching. When our guys are out there throwing gas and striking guys out, it pumps our dugout up. We go scoreless after the first for a long time, but you couldn't tell by our dugout. I mean, our guys are just pitching so well. We're coming off the field, and guys are pumped up about it, so it's huge.
Well, yeah, 8 scoreless innings there, and I made a lot in the pregame about the duel between Galley and Engler, but DeLeonardo and Dishman was the real classic in there, and seemed like you were calling good pitches for Matthew throughout his 3 innings.
Yeah, I mean, his fastball's heavy. It's so heavy, and I think it sneaks up on a lot of guys. You don't see too many straight over the top arms like Matt, and he missed a week there sick, and after the first week, kind of got a little bit tired quickly, but I had been wanting him to get back on the mound real quick, and I think tonight was a good tune-up for the playoffs. He'll be back on the mound for the playoffs. We're not going to let him sit. Get him in that rhythm and keep him fresh. He's throwing strikes and throwing hard. It was good.
Yeah, so you guys get a bye, and you are officially the #1 overall seed in the Howard Bell Trophy playoffs by virtue of the win you just collected tonight, and the bye week. What's going to be the approach? You're going to try to get the guys together to do a little something baseball related?
I don't know. I've never had a bye week, to be honest with you. So hopefully, I know there's a lot of guys on our team that are very active, whether they're doing other things, swinging a bat, throwing, catching. I'm not too worried about it. We'll talk through the week and see if any guys want to, come to some of the semifinal games and watch and hit in between games and things like that. So just kind of keep it loose. No pressure, just have fun, be ready to play 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, so opponent to be determined will emerge from the eliminators. And
which, who we play, the winner?
It'll just be, because of the flexible seeding, we do it like the NHL playoffs do, or, the NFL is going to it now. So
oh, so it's seed determined?
It is seed determined. It will not be the Republic Locos. I can tell you that, or no, sorry, it will not be the Springfield Mets. They are the 3 seed.
Okay.
So it could be the Locos, could be the Showmen, could be the Moon City Mavericks. You guys are going to have to scoreboard watch with the rest of us. So it will not be the Mets. I can tell you that. Other than that, half the league perhaps waits for you. And I know that's not an easy thing to contemplate, but it's an interesting little wrinkle nonetheless. So.
Yeah, it should be fun. It's always tough in this league. It's tough to win games. You can't guarantee anything. Seeds really don't even matter. All these teams are pretty good, and you got to come out and play your best to move on.
Last thing I'll ask Courtney Spitz, what would it mean for you to get a win October 16th in the semis?
Man, everything. As a competitor, just being in that moment out on that field, competing for a championship, I don't care if it's a blue ribbon or Howard Bell Trophy, I want to win. So I'm going to be grinding, and I know these guys are going to be right there with me and backing me up, and it'll be intense. It'll be competitive. Come out and watch.
Good enough. We will see you in the Nixa Suckers in the semifinals.
Yes, sir.
That's Courtney Spitz, Matthew DeLeonardo, Josh Engler also with us on the postgame show. And that is going to chase us 5-4. Your final score, the Nixa Suckers are winners. They defeat the Springfield Metropolitans. One last recap here real quick for you folks watching it live. Nixa improving to 5-2, has the #1 overall seed in the playoffs. Locos have the 2 seed, so they get the other first round bye. They are your North Division champions, and they will wait for a seed determined opponent out of the eliminators. So next Sunday, October the 9th at high noon, it will be the #3 seed Springfield Mets taking on the 6-seeded Moon City Mavericks. Then at 3 o'clock, it will be the Branson Showmen. They have the 4 seed taking on the 5th seed Ozark Mountain Ducks. And from those eliminators, 2 victors will emerge. They will advance to the GRBL playoff semifinals. It all leads up to Sunday, October 23rd. Howard Bell Trophy will be on the line, and that man who just walked out of the frame, Courtney Spitz, has never had the chance in 5 years of grip and rip baseball to compete for that trophy. He was pretty cool about it, but I know behind the scenes it would mean the absolute world for him to have a shot at the bell. It's going to do it for us. I'd like to say a big thank you to tonight's producer-director, Derek Seiko, for keeping me in line behind the scenes. We will see you Sunday, October the 9th, live from U.S. Baseball Park. And until then, good night from Ozark, Missouri.